Hi Geminis, gems in my eyes. How are you guys? I hope you're doing good. This is for all my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women. We're now covering the middle of January, so 17th to the 23rd, as you can see below. And right at the beginning of the week on the 17th, we have a full moon in Cancer, your neighbor sign. So as you know, with full moons, it's a lot of accumulation of emotions and high energy in the air. And when there is a full moon, it basically means that the sun and the moon are opposing each other. They're opposite signs. So you feel that tension. It's like, our emotions are clashing with our, our external reality and what we really want to do or take action on. So around this time, don't be surprised if you notice within yourself or other people around you are like extra on edge or extra emotional or getting very defensive or sensitive when people are not hearing them or listening to them or showing care, right? Because Cancer cares a lot, but sometimes cares about things that are not good for them. So just keep your emotions in check around this time. It's going to be very, very intense. And if you have any Cancer friends out there, just show them some love, show them some support, or help them so they don't, become chaotic, okay? Or check on them, check on your Cancer friend, okay? Make sure they're doing okay. And then on the next day, on the 18th, we have Uranus in Taurus going direct, and it's been in retrograde. So Uranus doesn't really like to be in Taurus, but because it is going direct, I feel like this is us practically being and acting in our own unique individual way, going through with any changes that maybe we could have struggled with before. We're maybe having a little more courage to do it in our own way, even if people look at us crazy or people around us don't agree. We're like, you know what, it's okay, this works for me and this is what I'm gonna do. I don't care what everyone else says, this is what I need to do and I'm just gonna go with these changes. So it may be uncomfortable, but you may feel like, okay, now I'm ready to kind of go for this. Even if I don't see anyone around me doing this, I'm gonna do it because it just makes sense for me, okay? And then on the 20th, we are entering Aquarius season. So we're shifting from Capricorn, cardinal earth, to Aquarius fixed air. So you may feel kind of like the shift in the air. It's your fellow air signs. This is like familiar territory for you. You guys are mutable, right? So you can fly in the air and go shoot, 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 or you can kind of just float and chill. You could do either or. So this is familiar for you. You'll probably be a little more like chilling around this time, a little bit easier than any of the other signs. And so we're gonna feel like this gonna be a time where like more unique, out there, far out ideas are being shared or expressed, people having stronger opinions, and being very like indirectly direct, okay? Very smart ass energy. It's very Aquarian like. So you may notice that within yourself or other people, but you just want to be aligned with this energy and make sure you're being your unique, your true self, you're expressing yourself and your ideas, right? Because Aquarius are very fixed in their thoughts and their ideas, and it's very difficult to change their minds. So you want to make sure that you're following your own mind and you have your own mind, your own intellect, because that's going to really help you. Okay. All right. So we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards as a part 2. Okay. All right. So my beautiful Geminis, when it comes to your health, balance is going to be very key for you guys this week, or at least around this time. Okay. Going to extreme with anything is not really going to suit you, is not going to help you. You may need to kind of try both or weigh out your pros and cons. Like, let's say, okay, I'm going to walk on this day and then the next day I'm going to do a little bit of jogging. I'm going to try both, or like you're trying to decide which workout is better for you, or diet or eating plan or medicines or whatever you're dealing with your health. This can be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're like, let me figure out what I like more. So let me do a little bit of both. Okay, let me try eating a little bit of this and kind of see what works for me, or if maybe I can incorporate both. So the key this week is balance, and not going too extreme with anything, but just being kind of open-minded, flexible, and open to trying different alternatives or different methods, different techniques, different workouts, whatever this is for you, or different foods, okay? Because you may be like, I don't know, I kind of like this, but I like this too. Maybe you're able to do 50-50, a little bit of both. Or once you try both, you'll find, okay, I actually like this more. This works better for me. My body reacts better to this, or this helps me meditate more, or I feel more calm, emotionally when I hear this music. So just find a balance in your life when it comes to your health this week. Don't go too extreme with anything, okay? All right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, busy. There's a lot of fast energy here. So you could be really busy this week. Maybe you have a lot of meetings, calls, or people kind of checking on you or needing your product, needing your service. So this can be good. So maybe busy is good for you, or maybe you're like, oh no, I don't want to be busy. You may be called in, or you got a lot of hours, a lot of shifts, taking over for people, or you're super busy with a lot of sales, customers, clients, or schoolwork. Your schedule could be really jam-packed at this time, or be getting very busy, or you just have a lot of things to do. So you could be multitasking a lot, which usually, generally speaking, naturally, you guys are kind of good at multitasking. You're able to do it a little bit better than other people. You just want to make sure that you're being organized and focused, so you don't get too scattered or distracted very easily. So make sure you're being really focused and putting your attention and your actions on the right things, or keeping your priorities straight, because I feel like you could be very busy, or a lot of people needing your attention, or wanting to get your call, or wanting to talk to you, email you. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of fast energy, fast movement, but also a lot of growth as well. So you could be making more money, or you're absorbing better knowledge, getting more inspired, you're feeling more creative possibly. And also, if you have investments, with stocks, crypto, Roth, IRA, 401k, real estate, whatever it is that you could be invested in, you could be seeing like a lot of growth, or maybe you are getting more invested into these things and learning more. Okay, so very positive for your work, school, career, and finances, but you may be kind of busy, but this could be good. Depends how you look at it. Okay, all right, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side, Geminis, we have the 6 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords, okay? And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. And yes, this does apply whether you're single, in a relationship, married, divorced, situationship, friends with benefits, you don't know what's going on. It's okay, it's just the energies, because it could be what's happening right now, or it could have previously happened, or you're still going through this, or hasn't happened yet. Okay, all right, so on this side we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, definitely could be younger, someone who's either younger than you, or maybe even if you guys are the same age or they're older, they act younger. Maybe they're not as mature, not as evolved, okay? They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or possibly even a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it doesn't have to be, it could be any sign. It could just be the energy this person is embodying, or be like a mixed match of those energies at this time. Okay, but I'm seeing that there's been issues here, or there's been some conflict, some tension between you and someone. Either you already dealing with this person, or you've been dealing with them, or you don't know them yet, but definitely feels like maybe someone you've already had some issues with. And there's been maybe difficulty with communication, and kind of a lot of mixed energy, mixed signals, mixed emotions, and both not understanding each other, or not, not like coming to a harmonious compromise with each other. But it kind of all happened very quickly. It seems like it happened very quickly, because it seemed like things were going really good, or apparently were okay. Like there was no really big problems, but somewhere along the line, someone maybe started to show their true colors, or how they really felt, and couldn't act anymore maybe. But I do feel like here that this person didn't have bad intentions with you. And this can be either or, right? It could have been you who messed up, or them, or whatever. It's not healthy to play the blame game, of course, but I feel like whoever, whatever happened, it was never their intention or your intention to hurt each other, or to like manipulate, or like, let me hurt this person. I feel like they wanted to try, or they wanted to make this work, but they could have overpromised and thought they were ready, and realized, oh crap, like I'm actually not ready, or I'm not capable of giving you what I really need, or what you need, or what I thought I could give you. I actually can't do it. And the example that's coming to my mind that I'm going to share with you that could help you understand is like someone who signed up for a marathon, right? Of, I don't know, 5K or whatever. Let's just put an example, like 5K. and this person doesn't work out, they never go to the gym, they don't train, they barely walk up a flight of stairs, but they're like, let me just sign up, let me just do it. They didn't practice before, they didn't train their body, they're usually just a couch potato, not really taking care of themselves. And the day the marathon starts, the day the marathon comes around, they go and they're like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like, what? Oh my God, I thought I could do this, but I really can't. Or maybe, this person could have tried, but they didn't train properly. They just kind of walked. They didn't really maybe take it as seriously, or they didn't know the extent of how intense it would be. So they thought they had good intentions, or they thought they could do it, but they realized when the day came, like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm dying. Like, what did I get myself into? Okay, so it's like they tried, but just failed to recognize maybe how much work they had to put into it prior to actually make it through and complete the marathon. Okay, if that makes sense. So I feel like this is someone that you really had a lot of feelings for. You loved them, you cared about them, or you had high hopes. Okay, you felt like, man, maybe this could work, we can be together and do something. And maybe you felt like you were opening your heart to this person, like it really could stand a chance. And maybe prior you kind of knew that maybe this person had a past, they weren't always like a good girl or a good guy. They could have been promiscuous, or a little bit of a player, or kind of like non-commitment type of person. So they could have had a past. And that's not to say to judge someone for having a past, because everyone has done or whatever, but they thought maybe they could change their ways, or that they were ready for commitment, or to be serious, or to be with one person, be monogamous possibly. And they tried, but it's hard to break routine. It's hard to break habits. If your whole life, or for many years, you've been a player, you've been dating around this and this and sleeping around or whatever, I'm not saying that that's the case, but just an example, it's kind of really hard to change that if that's all you've been doing your whole life. Okay, it's kind of like automatic now. It's like you're on autopilot. So once you try to switch gears and shift, you're like, oh, you want to go back to your old ways. It's kind of really hard, even if you have the good intentions. So I think for a good amount of time, this person really tried, or they tried to be mature, they tried to have a healthy, monogamous, committed relationship, or they thought they could do it. And just as things were getting more serious, or you guys were getting closer, or finally making it official, or like moving in together, or talking about kids, or like the future, you were kind of readier. You were hoping, okay, like this is it now, we're gonna do this. As soon as everything started becoming a reality and being real, this person was like, oh my gosh, like getting cold feet. They were freaking out, and they were slowing down. And maybe you started to notice that they were slowing down, or like not acting as like the same before, not being as, excited or attentive. They started kind of pushing back, or being a little more distant, a little more cold, but nothing that you can like point out and like call them out for. It was just very kind of strategic, very slow. And I think you saw this, you noticed this before, but you kind of just ignored it, like, oh, it's probably just, something going on with them. But this was them kind of wanting to slow things down because it was moving too fast. It was basically moving too fast. It was not you that did anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with you. I think they know that you're a great person, that you deserve a great partner. They know that. And I think this is when it started to hit them that I can't do this to Gemini. I can't do this to them. They deserve someone better. And like, I feel like I'm not capable of loving them or giving them what they need. So I feel like it's better for me to detach, or kind of create some space so I can get my mind or my emotions right. Like, I don't really know how I feel right now. And because they were starting to feel confused, or not really know how they feel, or not be as convinced, you started receiving that mixed energy, like that mixed signals. You're like, I don't get it. They're acting weird. Like, what does this mean? When you feel that with someone, it's because they're confused. Otherwise, they would clearly show you and clearly express to you what they're feeling. But when you get that confusing energy, it's because the other person is confused and doesn't know where they stand, or doesn't know what they want right now. And so it started messing with your head, and it's been messing with your head. You've been overthinking, overanalyzing, like, what the heck? Did I do something? Did I say something? Like, is there something wrong with me? Am I not good enough? Those are usually the immediate thoughts we start to think about, right? When someone starts acting different or switches up on us, we're like, what did I do? But it wasn't really you. It was nothing really you did or nothing you could have done differently. This person was just not ready. They wanted to be ready, or they thought they could do it. They thought they could run that marathon, but realized, oh man, I didn't do the proper training and I'm not ready. And I want to do it, but I'm not there yet. It doesn't mean that in the future, maybe they can't get there, but they got to go through the proper training and get their endurance, their fitness levels up, and take it seriously so they can actually do it. But it's going to take their own discipline and work to get there. But right now, they're emotionally kind of confused. Doesn't mean they're a bad person, but you end up kind of heartbroken or wounded because of it, because maybe you thought it could be something more and that was their intention, but when the day came, they couldn't pull it off. So we're gonna dive in deeper in the extended to get more information to see where their energy is at. What are they thinking? What are they feeling when it comes to you? What do they not want you to know? Maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice at the end, okay? So we'll dive in deeper. Let's explore a little bit more and see what's going on here. Maybe it'll help give you a little more clarity or like closure, or just help you give you some peace of mind knowing that like you didn't do anything wrong. There's really nothing you could have done. It just wasn't the right time, or at least they're not in the right place in their life at this moment. Okay, so we'll dive in deeper in the extended. Link will be below. It'll take you to Vimeo, and you can click the video and you can watch it. Okay, all right, so I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Wishing you all the best. Sending you big virtual hug, healing, love, and support. Okay, keep your head up. Bye.